You have two starters not playing. How do you evaluate a game like this? And what do you look for?
Well, I don't know if we have two starters or not, but we have guys out. Listen, I liked the first 6 minutes of the game, and then I didn't like the game so much after that. I liked our pace. I still think I didn't think I'd say this ever, but I turned to one coach and said, we have 87 points, and we're down 10 going into the fourth. Usually, if you have 87 points at the end of the third, you're really happy, right? But I wasn't because of our defense, and so just looking at the games of a collection of three. We played 3 games, right? And one game we played really good defense and we scored. We kept scoring. The other the other 2 games we played really good offense and we didn't play good defense. So we got to have balance. And right now I think our pace is that we're creating is hard to play, and I think it's hurting our defense. So that means we're going to keep playing at that pace, and we got to get in better shape, because I do think it's clear when we get the ball up the floor, you can see it, the ball's moving, we're scoring with ease, we're scoring quick, but as it goes on, our defense goes like this, and I think what's happening is they want to keep running that pace on offense, and they don't want to do it on defense because they're tired, so we have to get in better shape.
What do you think happened after those initial 6 minutes when you guys seemed like you were on a roll?
That, what I just said, and Portland runs good offense. Terry's always had nice spacing. Their guys have kind of know their system, and so I thought they did a great job with their system. But I just thought, I love the pace that we're playing at, and you can see it early. And then once we lose our pace, then we struggle a little bit.
Doc, Milos really couldn't get anything going in Hawaii. He knocked down 4 triples, 5 of 12 today. What did you see from him? What did you like from his play today?
Triples, that's what we're calling them.
Great pointers,
Okay. All right. Just, with the baseball playoffs, I didn't know what the hell we're talking about.
3-pointers.
Okay, better. I just want him to stay aggressive. Milos is not a good shooter. He's a great shooter, but he's struggling right now making shots, more from timing and all that. And so we know he can pass. He's one of the best passers I may have ever seen. But I told him before the game, I want him to shoot. Just shoot the ball. Your passing will always be there. I want him to try to get some shooting rhythm. And so we wanted him to be more aggressive there. And it's coming. I thought in the second half he started getting it a little bit better. The only other thing I noticed is that he didn't have the ball in his hands enough. With him and Pat on the floor, it seems like Pat had the ball more. And that's, I want Milos. Milos is his talent is his passing. So a guy that passes like that should get the ball more. And so we have to do a better job there.
Were you worried about his pinky there when he?
No, I mean, we all have them. It just happens. You snap it back in and you keep playing. When I see hand injuries, I'm like, unless it's, but that one you can see exactly what it was. So those are good. As long as they're not down here, you're pretty good.
What, you got 9 more fingers?
You have 9, yeah. Ronnie Lott, baby. That's all I have to say.
Hey, Doc, what do you think as far as percentage-wise, the shots you'd like to see him shoot? Is there a number you'd put on it?
No, because he's always going to be a pass-first guy. But, if you watch those first 2 games, he passed up open shots. And we don't want him to do that because he's such a good shooter. So he'll find his way. I mean, he's 30. He's played a lot of basketball in his life, but he's never played in the NBA. And so he's just got to get used to the different speed and the pace and his teammates. We have 9 new guys putting in a new system. So it's just going to take time.
How challenging is that for you to try to make it cohesive?
It's challenging, but it's fun. I mean, it's nice. That's why you coach. It's good to try to mold a group together. The injuries are more of a concern. Not having Gallo, who has never been in our system, not having Austin, and even before camp, we didn't have either one or Milo because Austin has mono, so he couldn't play. Milo was injured and Gallo was injured. So that's, if I have one concern, is that we just seem like we don't have enough time on the floor together. We got to create it, and we can't because guys aren't practicing right now.
What are the ways you're going to try to get these guys in better shape? What will you try and do?
No, we just play more,
okay,
run more, play more, and run more. There's no shortcuts to conditioning.
Right.
You just got to run. I mean, that's it. And I choose to usually try to run with a basketball in my hand, opposed to being a track star. You know, I think players appreciate that, but you still got to do it.
But would that be like in practice and during the course of games as well, or mostly in practice?
Practice, well, we don't have but 2 more games, so yeah, practice for sure.
You talk about the system being different now.
Wait a minute, is this what? Okay, wow,
You
an
talk-
appearance.
Yes. You talk about a new system being employed. Can you highlight how this team is going to be different, obviously with CP3 on this team?
Well, we're just gonna have more ball movement. We have to. I mean, you didn't have to move the ball with CP because he was such a great passer. You know, but this team, we want more ball movement. We want the ball changing sides. We're definitely gonna play at a better pace. You know, we're running. We want to get up and down the floor. We believe our bigs have a advantage over everyone else, and that's their speed. So we're going to try to take advantage of that, and we've done that. You know, it seems like in the first 3 quarters of all 3 of the games. In the 4th quarter, we haven't had our guys in, but I think we've had like 87, 80, 85 up in the first 3 quarters of all the games. We'll take that all night. You know, but because of the pace, I think it is. It's hurting our defense right now, and that's because they're tired.
What, if anything, have you said to Blake about how different does he need to be?
He just needs to be Blake. You know, we don't need any one guy. We're not a team. There's no team in the NBA where one guy is just going to lead them to the promised land. I don't believe that. So we just need him to be healthy in Blake, and if he's that, I'm good.
Doc, before the game, you talked about prioritizing turnovers and keeping them down.
Mhm.
Do you guys want to run more? Are there some turnovers that become acceptable?
Not 20 of them. You know, well, I think we had 12 at halftime. That was too many to be 8 in the second half. My guess right now is 15 probably is the number, but I don't know that. But that's probably my guess. You know, and so, but there are some. We had one where a guy threw a full court pass and went out of bounds. I like the thought. Like, you know, we keep telling guys, if you're even, you're ahead, throw it. And he threw it, and the guy didn't run for it. And so I'm good with that turnover. There's a couple, for sure.
What do you like about Donovan Wells play today?
I just like him, bottom line. I've been saying that through camp. He's just tough, you know. That's what I like about him. He's like Frank Martin playing basketball. It's like I'm coaching Frank Martin now. You know, really, like he's just tough. He can, you know, he guarded the 1, the 2, and the 3 today. He's got an incredibly high basketball IQ. You know, you would never know he was a rookie. I mean, he makes mistakes because he's a rookie, but if you watch him play, you would never say that's a rookie out there. He's just got great toughness, great defense, he's tenacious, and he's an aggressive offensive player. You know, he's not a great shooter yet, he just knows how to play, and so I just like him.
Austin out, can he provide something for you guys? Can he
Well, he's
fill
gonna
a
have
role?
to. He may have to anyway.
Okay.
I just like him. Like you know, I think my coaching staff thinks I'm nuts. Anyway,
You are.
but I've been saying that about him since summer league. I said that guy. There's certain guys you watch and you think they're gonna find their way on the court, no matter who's in front of him. You know, he's more of a 3. I want him at a 3 more because I think he could give us some toughness and speed there. But he can play any position. I like him.
Doc, do you feel like with the players you have now, you're a better perimeter shooting team this year?
I'll let you know. You know, perimeter shooting is, on paper, at times it looks like that. You know, with Lou and Gallo especially. We really miss Gallo today in a lot of ways. You know, with our size, we were small today. I don't like being small, but without Gallo, we're small.
Doc, how important is it for Blake to be a facilitator and a playmaker on this team this season?
He just needs to play, you know, and he does that anyway. What I don't want him to do is turnovers have been high, and he over dribbles a couple times, and we want to take that away. But other than that, we want him to be aggressive. We want him to shoot threes. We want him to push the ball up the floor. But we want all of them to value the ball, and I don't think any of us is doing a very good job of that.
How much emphasis will be on the three-point shooting in comparison to just running?
It's always emphasis. You know, we want to take them if they're open and you're the right guy. You know, so I've never not been that. You know, before we start counting these 3-point stats, I mean, shoot, in Boston we took a ton of. We just take threes. If I can space the floor, I'm going to always do that.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.